Todd, we're going to start off. We both thought, myself and Kyle Masters thought you were looking super dapper. I think the spring game, you've got the tan suit, which is, everybody knows spring, summer kind of suit. Can you talk about your clothing choice to start us off today?
Well, we had a lot of recruits in, a lot of folks. We were trying to put our best foot forward. Hopefully, we made a good impression. So, so you do approve of the suit, the tie?
Oh yeah, I give the thumbs up. I'm never going to tell. I know Miss Dana had something to do with that, and I'm never going to say no to her. She knows what she's doing more than I do for sure. As you look at me like in a windbreaker up here, and the wind's not even blowing. I'm in the booth. But anyways, how much fun was that game? I think a lot of time when people talk about spring games, it's kind of like, oh, ho hum, a spring game. And I'll be honest with you, when I've seen that scoring system before, I thought, you know what I mean? I'd kind of like to see them break into two teams, but 57-56, I don't know if the ending could have got any better. Can you talk about your view of it and how you thought the game broke out overall?
Yeah, I was really pleased. I was especially proud of the way that I thought we played on defense. We made a lot of stops, and with this format for the defense to score 50-something points, they had a lot of stops, 2 turnovers. So they did they had sacks, a lot of really good stuff. Thought we played the run very well on the defensive side. Like I said, two really nice interceptions. So I really think we're an improved football team on both sides of the ball at all positions, and so I feel good, especially about the defense. I think coming out tonight, there were just many 3 and outs. I thought so. A lot of good stops and those guys getting off the field, and so very pleased. On the offensive side, we got off to a pretty good start. We had a few drops, just a little bit out of sync. We got new quarterbacks, got new offensive linemen working together. Probably had about 12 or 15 regular players that didn't participate, but that's okay. We were able to get a lot of other guys some work, and so. But all in all, we had a really good spring, and I think every position on our football team will be improved, and I think it'll be the best football team that we've had since we've started this reclassification process.
You talked about the quarterback play, and obviously with Bo Allen leaving, and you bring somebody new in, some of that we saw last year, Victor Gabalis, Daniel Greek, I thought played well. Siderman had his moments, and even obviously Brody Davis, who switched from quarterback to tight end back to quarterback. He can toss it around a little bit. But can you specifically talk about Gabalis? I know you're excited about him. You've liked what you saw from him to this point. What did you see from him and the rest of the quarterbacks tonight?
Yeah, I thought Victor made some really good throws. He did not turn it over. I thought he was really solid. A few mistakes. He missed a couple of reads, I thought, but I thought he was really solid. All in all, I thought, the 2 interceptions, one from Brody and then one from Marco, you can't have those and play winning football. I thought Daniel stepped in there and did a nice job. So in a lot of ways, we played pretty clean on the offensive side. But I think we're going to have a good quarterback. Probably, we're going to continue to compete through the summer months and through August camp. I don't mind saying probably if we had to play next week, we would start Gabalis, but there's still plenty of time for that to change. And so we're going to keep the quarterback battle rolling through the summer and into August.
Staying on the offense, Mason Miller, new offensive coordinator, calling the plays. What did you think as a guy that's done it for a long time? I know you've worked with him before, but this is kind of his first big day on the job, as they say. What do you think from how he did and how the offense looked at times tonight?
Well, I thought he did. I thought he did fine. I thought and I'm very, very high on Mason. I think he's going to do a great job. He is doing a great job, and he'll just keep getting more and more comfortable. And so But, I thought we sputtered a little bit. We were a little inconsistent early. A lot of that had to do with the really good play of our defense. I thought, one of the big differences in the game for about, 3.5 quarters, I thought our defensive front really dominated at times and made it really difficult to run the ball. And so they did not allow hardly any big plays until right at the end. And so that's another good thing for our defense. But, I just was pleased with everything that we did, really. A few frustrations, but the best football teams that I've ever had, that I've ever been a part of, it's a good thing to come out of the springtime and feel pretty good about your defense. And I think that's a position that we're in right now. So I thought they had certainly had the edge today. And in most ways, I thought they outplayed the offense. The end of the game was a lot of fun. And that's part of the reason we play these spring games. We got 6 points for the touchdown and some points for the first down there. So because of the scoring system, it was enabled the offense to come back and get a win by 1 point. But I just, as a head coach, very, very pleased with everybody involved.
Can you talk about that last play? Because it looked like a lot of fun from up here. I think everybody that was down on the field was running around jumping. Obviously, the defense a little bit upset with what happened, but it looked like a lot of fun. What did you see from your point of view?
Well, the hardest thing is probably to officiate a game like that. Oftentimes out there, defensive front did a great job of getting pressure, and the officials could blow a quick whistle in a lot of those situations and blow the play dead. But we want the game to kind of flow and keep going, and so they let it roll there. And so, I thought, to the credit of our defensive front, I thought they got some really good pressure on our passer. But Brody was able to escape and get out and make a good throw. It's just a nice play, and it's good to see these guys make plays. Regardless of exactly the scenario there. We had a few drops early. We caught the ball well late going down the stretch there. And so, certainly pleased with that. But really the first half we went ones against ones and twos against twos. And I thought it was really, standing back there behind the action, I thought it was really physical. And I was really pleased with the way our defensive front played.
Well, it's sure fun to watch, and we can't wait till next season. This spring game that we've done the last couple of years has been a lot of fun. We appreciate you visiting with us for a couple of minutes, and we'll start planning that new suit look for the next year. Maybe all purple, head to toe next year.
We'll try that. Thank you.
All right.